The church went silent. 300 eyes turned in unison, their gasps echoing off the vaulted ceiling. My maid of honor, my best friend, stood clutching her stomach, her voice trembling but loud enough for everyone to hear. "I'm pregnant! With the groom's baby!" The words dropped like a bomb. My groom froze mid-breath, his jaw slack, eyes wide with panic. His mother covered her mouth with a gloved hand. My father muttered something under his breath, and the guests began to whisper, scandal rippling through the room like fire catching dry wood. But me? I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't even flinch. Instead, I smiled, a slow, sharp smile that sliced through the chaos. My voice rang out, calm and controlled, cutting cleaner than any blade. "Finally, I've been waiting for you to tell everyone the truth." Her face went pale, the blood draining until she looked like a ghost standing at the altar. She thought she had destroyed me. She thought this was her moment of triumph. What she didn't know was that I had been sharpening this moment for months. He had swept me off my feet 2 years ago, my groom, charming, ambitious, a man who filled every room with his confidence, the kind of man who promised the world and made you believe it could actually be yours. And she, my maid of honor, my best friend since childhood, was my confidant, my shadow, the person who knew my secrets better than anyone else alive. I had trusted her like a sister, so when I caught that first subtle glance between them, I told myself it was nothing. When I found her earring under his couch cushion, she swore it was from a sleepover weeks before. I wanted to believe her. I wanted to believe them both, but belief doesn't erase evidence. The signs piled up, messages left open on his laptop. Last night was amazing. Receipts from restaurants we had never gone to together. Her perfume lingering on his jacket. Then the photographs. Hidden in a folder he thought was buried deep. Her in his bed. Her smile pressed against his chest. That night, my heart broke. But I didn't scream. I didn't rage. I chose silence. And silence became my weapon. While he thought he was winning, I was quietly gathering evidence, screenshots, receipts, messages. I even had a clinic's paternity test she thought no one knew about. She had been careless, too arrogant, too sure she had already stolen him from me. I secured my finances, closed joint accounts, restructured the prenup with a private lawyer. He signed it without even reading. His arrogance blinded him. Every line was ironclad, every loophole sealed in my favor. And all the while, I smiled. I played the perfect bride. I let her help me pick flowers, choose the dresses, rehearse vows. She thought she was mocking me behind my back. What she didn't realize was that I was letting her build the stage for her own destruction. The air in the church that day was heavy with roses and organ music. His family sat polished and proper, my family anxious but proud. He looked smug at my side, confident that his lies were buried. She looked radiant, holding her secret like a grenade she was itching to throw. And when the priest asked the question, "Does anyone here object?" she pulled the pin. The explosion was perfect. Gasps, cries, people craning their necks for a better look. My groom stammered, his face red, his lips parting to protest. But I raised my hand, silencing him with a glance. Yes, she's telling the truth. The church erupted. My father nearly collapsed. His mother fainted. Guests pressed their hands to their mouths. I held my ground. They've been sleeping together for over a year. The whispers became a roar. He reached for me, panic etched on his face. "It's not—" I cut him off. "It is, and I have proof." From beneath my bouquet, I pulled the folder. Thick, heavy, undeniable. Photos, text messages, receipts. I handed them to the priest. His lips thinned with disgust as he flipped through the pages. But I wasn't finished. I turned to her, my best friend, my betrayer. My voice dropped cold and steady. "Congratulations. Since you're carrying his child, you should know he signed a prenup. If we divorce because of infidelity, he gets nothing. Not 1 cent. Her mouth fell open. She staggered back as if my words had struck her physically. I faced him next. "And Daniel, you should also know, I moved every dollar out of the joint account. Every property, every investment is locked under my name. You own nothing. Nothing but shame." The guests were on their feet now, some recording, some whispering. all watching their perfect couple collapse in front of them. I slipped off my ring, held it for a moment, then let it fall to the floor. The metallic clang echoed through the church. I won't marry a liar, I won't marry a thief, but thank you for showing me who you really are, before I signed my life away. Gasps, cries, the sound of his mother sobbing. My family stood in shock, but I straightened, veil trailing behind me as I turned for the aisle. I paused only once, looked back at the stunned crowd. Please, stay, eat, drink, celebrate, just not a wedding. Consider it a farewell party instead. And with that, I walked out. Behind me, chaos erupted. She tried to chase me. He shouted my name. Their perfect plan had turned to ash. He lost everything: money, reputation, respect. She gained nothing but scorn and a child bound to a ruined man. And me? I walked away untarnished, free. When I replay that day in my mind, I don't feel heartbreak. I don't feel anger. I feel the hush of 300 people watching a woman they thought would break, stand tall instead. They thought they were writing my tragedy. But really, I had just written their execution.